and welcome to a new podcast. My name is Yvonne, this is Boefje, we're from Doggie Adventures.
And my name is Mena, and this one here is Ginger, and we're from Ginger's Ways.
Yeah, and it's been a while since we've done a podcast, but that's just because we've been insanely busy. One of the things we've been very busy with has been Leash Explorer, the second season. It's been quite a ride, but the end is near because the finale day is coming up. The finale day will be next week. So yeah, second season, it's been good. But
Second season, 2 months, almost
2 months
twice
this year,
of the participant, way more than twice of the participant.
Yeah, it's been busy.
And it's been very busy.
It's been very busy, but yeah, we thought, you know what, it's been such a long time since we've done a podcast, and because we got so many, messages from you guys asking for a new one. 0.
Thank you, huh? Thank you.
We got 0 messages, but we're just gonna force it on you guys. I know she's a force-free trainer, but we're gonna force the podcasts on you guys until you guys are going to appreciate them and like them.
Until you actually ask for more.
Until you are going to start to ask for more. Yeah. No, we just wanted to come back with a very, I'm sure, very popular topic. I don't know if a lot of people talk about it, but it's the dog mom guilt. Who has dog mom guilt? I have dog mom guilt.
Raise your hand.
Raise your hand. Both of us are busy. We work a lot. Too much, maybe we work too much, but yeah.
We have lots of other projects and some of the projects include dogs, some of the projects sometimes doesn't include dogs. As much as we try, some people they just look at you weird when you say, yeah, we need to do a meeting where the dog can go, and yeah, so the dogs end up spending a lot of time at home. And although I know for a fact, because I have cameras all over the place, Ginger doesn't leave her bed in her bedroom. She doesn't even come to the living room unless someone comes at the door, and that's the only time she comes, woof, and then comes back. And sometimes I even come back home and she's fast asleep, and I'm like, Ginger, come back. But I feel so bad all the time. I'm like, my poor dog is asleep the whole day. Oh no, the poor dog. So yeah, yeah.
No, I know. I totally get what you're saying. I have the exact same thing. I mean, Boefje obviously. I mean, she goes out with me a lot, and I'm very thankful that I can take her to work with me. Quite often. But there are times where I have to leave her alone at home. Well, not entirely alone because I have 2 cats as well, so she's there with the cats. But, obviously I feel guilty that she has to spend, sometimes a day at home when I'm at work. And, basically want to compensate. Overcompensate when, you have time off. And I think a lot of dog parents do the same. No?
Hopefully.
Yeah, but it's okay. Like, for example, when I have a day off, obviously I want to spend it with her, so I go out. For example, I start my day with going out and have breakfast with her somewhere, and then I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's go for a hike. Even though, I mean, next week she'll be turning 17 years old, so
yay.
Going out for breakfast is already
too much. Not too much.
Not
just
too much, but
the right, yeah.
Yeah, but going out for breakfast somewhere or having a cup of coffee somewhere is already like a good, enrichment.
Senior activity.
Senior activity, right? So I don't have to then also do something else.
Yeah.
But I feel like now I'm having the day off. Now I can spend my time with her. Let's do and this and that and this, and then I get very tired.
Oh yeah. Like my weekends now, especially now during winter, because you also have that complex of you only have such a few months of good weather. So my winters are like we wake up at 6 a.m. and we go hike, and then we go drive, and then we go explore, and then we go find new things, and then we go do things for Leash Explorer, and then we go camping, and then we go barbecuing outside, and then you go to the beach, and then you have friends coming over. By the time that the friends come over, Ginger is a total, I don't know if I can say this word, but she's so upset with the world. She's so exhausted that I can think like, okay, maybe we did a little bit too much. She didn't need to have friends over today. Yeah. But the next day we're doing the same, because I know the rest of the week I'm going to be busy from 8 to 8, and the child will be asleep. So
that's the thing. You're only having 1 or 2 days off in the week. Exactly. Summer is just around the corner again, so it's gonna be it's getting quite warm outside already, and so that means that at one point the hikes and stuff, are gonna have to be paused for a few months, and so you want to enjoy it while you can, while the weather is good, and also to compensate for the days that you are off, and sometimes we do a little bit too much, because I think we're just sometimes maybe a little bit selfish. We're not really thinking about the dog. What we are thinking.
We're just doing too much.
Yeah, we're just doing a little bit too much, and I think maybe other dog owners do the same or not. I don't know.
I know
do you guys overcompensate?
I don't know a new people that overcompensate as well, but then we kind of just all blend together into one group of friends.
Yeah. And you just all overcompensate together. Oh, that's nice. Like
so
a therapy group.
Yeah.
It's like therapy.
Yeah, so we just all like overcompensate together and go out together and then have cranky, super exhausted dogs together, basically.
You know what I also have? Like when I've done an adoption day, I smell like dog a lot, because obviously I can't help it. Like I have to interact with all of the dogs that are there for the adoption day. And I also feel guilty when I come home after an adoption day, because I smell like other dogs.
I'm past that now.
And then Boofy is like smelling me. I'm like, I'm so sorry, Mommy loves you. You're like number one doggy in my life,
No, I passed that already. Ginger doesn't even smell me anymore when I come home.
Boofy always does. And my cats as well, by the way. Noni judges me when I come back from an adoption day. She's like, you smell like too many other pets. Like, I don't like you anymore for a little bit. Yeah, and then she needs some time to adjust.
No,
Ginger
actually
again.
is fine with that, thanks the Lord, because that will make my job very awkward. My dog would be upset with me every time I come back home smelling dog.
Right. Hey, but we know that we overcompensate as a dog parent. We know that our dogs get quite tired when we, go out maybe a little bit too much on those days. Since you are the dog trainer, give us a little bit of advice. So, like, what should we look for? Like, when is enough? Is it damaging our dogs when we try to overcompensate and go out maybe a little bit too much on the days that we are off to make up for the time we haven't spent with our dogs? Like, is there anything like wrong with it? Please don't tell me there's anything wrong with it. Just
I was not ready for this question. This question was sneak attack.
Right? No, but I'm literally thinking about it, and I'm like, am I harming her by doing it?
I don't think we harm her. I don't think like it's a harm, but I also think like too tired is not good, because we know when they get too tired they get cranky. And I know, for example, when I do a lot of things on the weekend and then I have friends over, and Ginger is, because she's so tired, she's a little bit more barky at any sound on the corridor that normally she doesn't bark, and I too tend to get upset with her. I know I shouldn't, but I do still tend to get upset with her, because I'm also tired, because I've been driving through the UAE the whole day, and I know the dog is tired. I know she's just reacting to that because she's so exhausted from everything. So in that way, we're harming the dog, because she's just tired. So maybe just try to balance outside activities and outside stimulation with a bone, and like some of those calming activities that we talked already so much. And that's what I'm now trying to do more. Like, so if I'm having a big morning with her and then I know she'll have a friend over, I'll maybe give her like something to do in the afternoon, or just a little bit more of a calm walk or that. Because in that way, I think it's more in that way that we're making them wrong. We're making wrong for them.
Makes sense. Yeah, I'm trying to, as much as I can, I try to spread it out over the week. I mean, obviously, I go out with her every day for her regular walks. And like, for example, this morning I went out for breakfast, and then, she gets the rest of the day to sleep and rest. And then, again, after a few days, I'll do a bigger trip, and then again.
Yeah, but I know you do that because she's older, so you are more pay attention to that.
Yes.
To that, because
I do.
Us with the youngest one, just like, the dog is young, the dog can take it. So it's just, I think it's just a good advice for
I always
everyone.
have like an active day, a day she's resting, an active day,
that is just good advice for everyone in general, not just like the dog's older or whatever. I think that's just like good advice in general. Just like not to. If you go camping, for example, with your dog, you don't need to do anything in the evening, for example.
Yeah.
Just, it's too much.
The camping
already.
itself.
The camping itself is already so much for the dog. Or even if you just go for a drive, you know, either because the dog is super happy or because the dog is stressed.
Yeah.
So all of those come into account. So I think you just need to start getting to know your dog and see what is the most enjoyable for them and just balance it
Makes
out.
sense.
Yeah.
Should we feel guilty as dog parents for leaving our dogs at home when we're working? Like, is there any reason? I mean, are our dogs happy? You know, when
I'm
they're
not going to answer that.
You're the
here.
You're the specialist. You know everything.
There's no behavior.
Well, I've read
Happy is not behavior.
I've read that dogs, they need to sleep 70% of the time.
Yes, correct.
During the day. So
and it's not sleep too floof. It's not sleeping straight. Is sleep activity, sleep activity, sleep activity.
Yeah.
So
do you hear that?
Sleep activity, sleep activity.
Yeah. And when you get home, I mean, automatically they're awake and you start interacting with them and going out for your walk after work and stuff like that. So I always feel, but that's also because she is older, I always feel like, it's actually fine for her to be at home. And then she can rest and get some proper sleep and Yeah,
I know Gingy's fine at home as well, but I still always know
you always feel guilty anyway, even though it's fine that they're sleeping, even though they're comfortable at home.
Yeah. And I mean, I sometimes get friends coming to stay with her, and friends are in the living room, and she's in the bedroom.
Oh, that's
sleeping,
nice.
So she doesn't even care that whatever. There's people here. Good for you.
Yeah, I don't have a camera like you have, but I always hope that she's snuggling with the cats.
Yeah.
when I'm not there.
Well, if you're not getting complaints, means that something is right.
Right? There you go. Good. Dog mom guilt.
Dog mom guilt.
Not necessary. Don't overcompensate.
Yeah,
but
don't
do
overdo it.
But do have fun with your dog.
And let us know if you also feel the same or what you do to overcompensate. If it's
I'm sure it's a common
A lot
problem.
of people as well also overcompensate with toys. And treats and everything. So that is
treats.
another way of
First thing I do when I get home is giving her treats.
The dog mom guilt and everything. So that's also something that other people do. We overcompensate with activities on the weekend. Some people overcompensate with all the toys in the world and all the good treats in the world and all that. So some people also do compensate a lot. So just let us know what kind of dog mom guilt you have, busy dog mom guilt you have.
Yes.
As these extra activities.
Don't make us feel like we're the only ones here that have that feeling. I know a lot of people, and especially in Dubai, because people are so into, working a lot. I know we're not the only ones, but yeah, it would be great if you guys can share, so it makes us feel less bad about ourselves as well.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Mena, for all your great advice. Thank you,
talk
Ginger.
off camera.
Thank you, Boofy. And we're looking forward to see all your comments, and we'll see you again next month. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.